Well, hey there. Welcome to the Paw Chronicles and more with Jim. Well, we've gotten into that time of year to collect scion, and also I want to do a little bit of heavy pruning to this tree. This is an NC1. I've shared it time and time again. And what I want to do is I want to look at branches that are possibly crossing one another. Like right here is a really good example. We have a branch coming off of the main leader, and it's coming over here to my right, and then there's one coming off of an off leader, and it's coming straight up. These two branches are rubbing each other. Now what I want to do is I want to try and promote the growth to go in a different direction. And what I am going to do is I'm going to come down below this line right here down to here, and I'm going to let this right here grow out this way away from the tree. And when I cut this, I want to try and cut this just a little bit above that one piece. And as you can see, I cut it in an angle. I want runoff. And then I got one piece right here, and something I want to show you while I'm right here is from this point right here on was last year's growth. This is all considered to be your scion, and you can see we do have flower buds. And then you've got your regular leaf buds, and everything's starting to swell up because we're having extremely warm weather. Now what I'll do is set this right here out of the way for now, and we're going to take another look. And I have one right here that we have two branches coming outward, but we have a branch that's cutting across. And that, every bit of that was last year's growth. So I'm going to go ahead and clip that off. Now I have a one-sided cut here. My tools have been sterilized. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come behind it to where the cutting edge is against the tree. We'll come over here. There you have it, another good piece of scion. And it looks very green right there on the tip. I like seeing that. Then I'm going to take another look here. Now, the tree for me is starting to get tall. And what I want to do is I want to try and keep it low. And incidentally, all this that I'm cutting off is going to help the tree in fruit production. It should. So we'll see what happens. And this one right here, I'm going to cut at an angle. And I'm going to come above this piece. And the cut I'm going to make is going to be a quick cut. Just snip it fast, because you try to snip it slow, it'll peel and all that. Now if you look, man, we got probably about 2 foot of growth there, easy. A good example, from right here up is where the growth came from, last year's growth. And we only have a couple of flower buds, but we're awfully thick right here for grafting. We want to take this on further up. Just set that to the side. And I have another area up there I want to get to. And I'm looking the tree over, and I'm looking for what I want to get out of the way. We'll make sure there's nothing crossing and rubbing against each other, because them rubbing against each other can cause a scar, and it can cause an entry for a pest to possibly get in there. Excuse me. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to do something here. Let's see if these shears will do it. Once again, I cut that in an angle. I want this piece, and we're going to take a look at this one. I'll cut that down a little bit further. Got quite a bit of scion there already. I've shortened the tree down a little bit, and I'm doing another look here at what I want to do, what I want out of the tree. And I'm going to come over here, cut this one in an angle. I'm going to get above there. Another good piece of scion. We're going to set that to the side. That's quite a bit of scion already off that little bit. Eventually, this right here and this right here are going to cross paths, and we don't want that. So I'm going to go ahead and take that one away. We got some drastic pruning going on here, as you can see. But, I mean, I hate to see that I'm going to lose a little bit of fruit, but in the same token, we're going to end up getting more fruit out of it. So, we're going to leave this in here alone. We got growth coming from way down there. Get this here. Take a look at it. Fairly decent buds in there. Now I'm a little short on time. We got a little bit of pruning going on here, not too heavy. And now what I'm going to do is where I've done my pruning, I brought out this compound. And actually right now is a good time to prune, especially if you have a lot of trees to prune. And oh, here's a good example of showing you something here. I hope you can see that. The green that you see in there, that little line just to the other side, that's your cambium layer. And that's what you want, that good fresh green in there to really get a good graft. Let me pitch that over to the side. Now when you're pruning these trees, sometimes you can have issues if you're not careful. Excuse me. With insects. Later on in the year. That's the reason why right now is a good time to prune. Let me get back to what I was saying. If you have a lot of trees, and you're going to be doing some heavy pruning, what you could end up doing if you're not careful is create a gas. Set this off to the side, and that gas will actually call in insects, and we want to cover the wound up. I'm not saying that this is the right way of doing things. This is my way of doing things. And right now is a good time for me to do this. I want to cover that up the best I can, because we lopped off some pretty good sized pieces. Not to mention having that compound on there will kind of helping waterproofing a little bit, because when that compound sets up, it's going to seal everything up real good. I got one more right here. The compound itself will help keep moisture. Get the excess off there. Grab this lid. And there you have it. That's all I'm going to take off that tree. I mostly wanted to bring it down a little bit. We got a lot of flower buds still yet left in this tree, and there's other things that I want to show you later on this year as we go along, because I've been watching a lot of videos of what people are doing. Probably should have took this one here out. You know what? I think that's what I'm going to do. It's growing along, but it's in line with this, and eventually it may end up crossing paths. And we, like I said, don't want that. Got some good scion out of that tree, quite a bit. That's just one tree. That just goes to show you how much scion you can get out of a tree. Quick cover up on that. And there you have it. Tree number one been taken care of. We've got a number of these trees out here. I got one right there, an NC1. I have a sunflower there, and I have a overlease right there that I'm going to do the same thing to, but I'll get back to them later. Right now, while it's fresh in my mind, those are going to get taken into the house, cut down to size, and they're going to be bagged up with the bag being marked what they are. Anyhow, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. Don't forget to click on that bell for any notifications. Any comments or questions that you may have, I welcome. You all have a God bless day.